How have you guys responded since Saturday when Coach B challenged you?
Oh, they've been fine. I kind of got on them a little bit too. Behind closed doors. And one thing I don't like is when Coach calls us out in the media for something negative. Because that's a direct reflection of me. But I think you guys spoke to Jared and some of the guys, and they've responded well. I'm happy with the way they've bounced back.
Has it been an adjustment for Jared being sort of the guy in that room, the leader?
Yeah, I think it's been an adjustment for all of us. It's been an adjustment for me. When you go in a room and you've, I don't want to say been pampered, but had the luxury of having four guys that were seniors that had played a lot of ball with a guy like Jared as an underclassman. To go in that room now and not see those guys, I knew that day was coming, but we're going to get through it. And, I think Jared's taking on a great role and understands it's his turn, to be that vocal guy. Not that he wasn't a leader, because I think he also led by example. And, people say they don't like when you hear leading by example, but when you come to work every day and guys see you work the way you do, they have to notice it. And that's something he's always done since he's been here.
What are you looking for out of this? You guys were scrimmage Saturday?
Yes, sir.
What are you looking for out of that?
I'm just looking for consistency. That's my biggest thing with my position. I want my guys to always play well. I don't want any balls on the ground. I want the consistency of getting lined up and playing and making plays out there, because when we have our opportunities, we got to take advantage of them.
How has Austin responded from your perspective, just to having a whole new group of guys to throw to?
He's been great. I mean, Austin's. I don't understand how anybody could think he's not the best quarterback in our conference for what we ask him to do, the package that we run, the guys he has to work with. Not a knock on my guys, but he's got a whole new group of guys. Being a first-year starter last year and to do what he did and to come back going. And I know people have to wait to see what he's going to do this year, but, to have the accolades and the things he did last year as a first-year starter and to come back with a whole new group of receiver, and he's doing the things he's doing right now through the offseason and now in these first couple of days of spring. I know you guys don't get to see him a lot, but he's winging the ball as good as I've seen since he's been here.
Does that help with the transition with all the new receivers? I mean, does that help those guys?
It does. And the great thing about it, he knows our offense so well, so I'm sure in the huddle, I know when they were talking on the sideline, he's saying all the right things to him. And it's refreshing as a coach to hear a guy speak the way he does to my guys, as with the youth that I have. But Austin Allen, to me, is one of the better quarterbacks in this country.
What do you see out of him this spring?
I'm really happy with the way Mike is playing. Knock on wood. He's done some unbelievable things so far. My biggest thing with Mike was just his consistency. We had a meeting the other day and we sat down and he openly admitted to me that he was just waiting his turn, and I was kind of ticked off at him, because I think it's foolish of a man to sit back in the background and wait for something to happen instead of going out and attacking and trying to get it. And with the departure of all the guys we had leaving, he's stepped up and has made some plays for us.
Juco's last Saturday, I guess one of them in particular struggled a little bit with, being asked to run a lap or whatever. But Bielema, Coach Bielema, after it was over, kind of backed up and down. I mean, he was yelling at him in practice, but still said some good things about him.
Right, and those guys, they're just getting their feet wet. We do things a little bit different than what they're used to. I think it had a lot to do with not only the mental part of it, but physically they weren't in the greatest shape coming here. I just give you Brandon, for example. I thought Brandon was a little heavy. And, he's doing everything we're asking him to do. He's eating different now. That's the thing. And he's not a small kid. So when you have to learn to adjust and put everything that's on your plate in order. And then once he's done that the last 3 days, like today, I thought he's having a great practice. And, he had to leave for a class, but he's making tremendous strides. And I'm really happy with Jonathan Nance. And I told you guys that before. Brandon got a lot of the newspapers writing about him, but Jonathan Nance is an extremely good wide receiver.
Are those guys getting the playbook down, everything all right?
That's been probably the most impressive thing with both of them, especially Jonathan, because I played Jonathan at multiple positions right now, and he really hasn't missed a beat. You know, there's some things that he doesn't do them quite as well as we want him to do them because he's learning how we do them. But as far as knowing where to go and what to do, he's been on point, and same thing with Brandon.
How's TJ doing?
Good. He's doing well. You know, you can tell he's got so much talent. You know, and you can see he's played there before. We're just trying to knock some of the rust off of him also, but he's getting a lot of reps in the slot right now. You know, I'm also playing him outside. The thing that TJ has brought to the table, another guy, he knows our offense pretty well. So he didn't wait. You know, when he was playing running back, he got to see it from inside out, and now he's trying to learn it from outside in.